I know, you can't sleep. We all started out like that. Maybe it was stress, maybe you had nightmares. I know we all do now. Maybe you're just over-caffeinated. But as you wandered, you realized you were no longer a sleeper. You are awake, and the nightmares now surround you. There's not a lot of time left. How much can you really trust them? Whatever you do, don't turn your back. Don't Turn Your Back is a game by Eric Vogel and Evil Hat Productions set in the world of the role-playing game Don't Rest Your Head. In this game, you will have a deck of cards representing the nightmarish denizens of the Mad City that you will commit to various areas on the map. These cards have their own strengths, abilities, and places that they're willing to visit. Putting cards in these locations will offer various rewards, such as the Wax King's Favor, which is represented by the candle tally. Over the course of the game, you will curate your deck by getting rid of cards as well as acquiring new ones. Don't Turn Your Back is played over 8 rounds, with each round consisting of 4 phases. The first phase will be placing cards into the Mad City, and this is where a majority of the game is going to happen. You will have 4 cards in your hand at the beginning of each round, and these will be the nightmarish denizens you will be able to send out. In your deck, each nightmare will be unique, offering different abilities, strengths, and powers represented by pain. Each player will send out 1 nightmare at a time into the Mad City. The Mad City is made up of 5 different locations, and nightmares are only able to visit certain locations on the board, as indicated on the side of each card. Each location offers a different benefit. The City Slumbering, where nightmares harvest the dreams from those who are able to sleep. Here, the pain of a nightmare will influence others to do your bidding. This will be more relevant in Phase 2 of the game, so we'll come back to the City Slumbering in a little bit. The High School. Mother Wen teaches the nightmares, gaining players' favor based on which player has the most pain among the students. This location offers you an opportunity to gain favor every round, but only one person can be Mother Wen's favorite. There's a lot of jostling for the top position, as everyone is vying for these limited spots because the potential favor here swings from boom to bust. The Bizarre Bazaar. Some nightmares have special powers which can only be used when played to the Bizarre Bazaar. These powers can be either drawing more cards, attacking other players, providing protection, or gaining favor. The Bizarre Bazaar is the most valuable location in the Mad City because it provides benefits during the round. This is the only location that will trigger immediately whenever the nightmare is played. District 13. Believe it or not, there are laws within the Mad City. Which one? This one. No. This one. No. This one. Laws change in District 13 every round. Nightmares can go to District 13 to compete for various prizes as dictated by the law. These laws can earn you favor, give you more nightmares, take away favor, give you more nightmares, or give you more nightmares. Did I say this already? The Wax Kingdom. But why go around to these various locations when you can make sacrifices directly to the Wax King? Nightmares sent to the Wax Kingdom will be encased in wax and thus removed from the game. This is a great way to remove cards from your deck, getting rid of those that may not be as helpful. Sending weaker cards to the Wax King isn't always the best idea. At the end of the game, you'll total up the pain of all the cards you sent it encased. Depending on your rank, you'll score points for the remaining cards in your deck. There's an inherent tension to encasing powerful cards to compete for that better endgame bonus, or encasing weaker cards to improve your deck during the game and score stronger cards at the end. After everyone has played all the cards they want to play, we move on to the next phase and start resolving different sections of the board. In Phase 2, we come back to the City Slumbering. The total pain you have in the Slumbering City will become currency you use to purchase available cards in your personal market. These nightmares are now under your influence, and you can use them in the upcoming rounds. One of the great things about having a personal acquisition row is that no one can take these cards from you. This avoids one of the major pitfalls in dynamic shared market games where a card can come out at the end of your turn when you no longer have the ability to buy it. In Phase 3, will get to scoring the different sections of the map. This is where you'll earn favor for the high school and District 13. Whoever has the most pain in the high school will gain that much favor, while the losing players earn a much lesser amount. Then you can check who has the most cards in the high school and remove that many cards from left to right. The cards left over remain in the high school for the next round. District 13 is then resolved based on the current law. These laws will be random each game and changes between the rounds. Taking advantage of the new laws might be challenging depending on the turn, since many nightmares aren't the biggest fan of District 13. It's exciting to see the new laws, but frustrating not being able to plan around it. Phase 4 is the simplest phase. It's cleanup. All of the remaining cards on the board are returned to their corresponding player, and all of the cards in the Wax Kingdom are then encased. This transfers your influence over a nightmare to the Wax King. But the Wax King won't show his appreciation for these nightmares until all 8 laws have been resolved. There's an ever-building anticipation throughout the game to see who will have the most encased in the very end. Using cards as workers is a fresh approach for a worker placement game. This allows every worker to be unique with their own strengths and weaknesses. But Don't Turn Your Back does fall into one of the common traps for this mechanic, and that's some spots are just better than others. Most games I've played start with everyone rushing for those special services in the Bizarre Bazaar, and only after this location has filled up will the game really begin. There's not many decisions to make on where to go until that happens, and this can feel a little repetitive. However, even with everyone vying for the Bizarre Bazaar at the beginning of each round, there is no tried and true faithful strategy that will always get you the win. You can't just focus on the Wax Kingdom, or the high school, or District 13. You have to have some combination of all 3. Good play can get you into the lead, but it won't give you the win after all scoring is said and done. In fact, someone who's in last can jump up to first if they've made the right sacrifices to the Wax Kingdom. Having a completely unknown factor in predicting scores builds up suspense throughout the game, because not only do you have to earn favor during the game, you also have to make enough sacrifices to the Wax King to not fall behind during that bonus scoring at the end. Don't Turn Your Back is an exceptional game with a fun, dark theme. I absolutely love the balance between building an efficient deck, remembering to gain favor, and figuring out what to do with your nightmares. This game is not only about optimizing your deck, but also your hand. Some nightmares might give you benefits, but others may have limited spaces in which they are able to go. And it can feel so satisfying after you've built up your engine to get your cards to combo in just the right way. Only by earning favor can you escape. But I don't need to escape. I don't want to escape. I like the Mad City. I can become a nightmare, so don't turn your back.